What's up, guys? Hey, thanks for tuning in. In this video, I went scouting a couple weeks ago. I finally had an afternoon off. Went in and found some sheds along the way and a bear skull, and set my cameras in a couple really good spots where I'm hopeful that actually this Friday I get to go back in and see if we caught anything on camera. So enjoy the video and stay tuned if you want to see what I caught on camera. So thank you. All right, guys, finally got a little time off. I've been wanting to set some trail cams, a little early scouting. It's a good day for it. I've got a couple hours here, so I hooked up the trailer and the side-by-side and pulling it up here with the old Cummins, and get out here and hike into some spots. Get this side-by-side off the trailer, and then we'll get it all loaded up with gear. Driving by cameras. All right, last time I was here, I had a close call with a cougar. I was walking on the mountain behind you, and I was creeping up, and I was hunting elk. And down below me, I saw what I thought was like an oddly colored deer. And it wasn't a deer. It was a big old cougar. Now, I had a cougar tag, but I won't lie, I was pretty shaky. And when I took a knee, I broke a branch, and it heard me and just skedaddled pretty quick. But that was my closest call with a cougar to date. And it was quite exciting. And this year, I bought another cougar tag. That opens September 1st, and I'm hoping I can get some cougars on camera maybe up here and see if I can see if they're still around, and how many, and also with that experience there was a buck bedded right below where that cougar was on the bluff, so it was a nice buck. I wouldn't mind seeing if he's back in here this year. So that's where I'm headed. Now let's get hiking. Running out of daytime. Now, I haven't hiked all summer long, and already my knees are like, should have stretched. I remember in my 20s people saying, you just wait till you get to your 30s. That's when it all starts to change. Well, doggone it if it ain't true. Now I know the direction I need to go to get back to where I saw that cougar. However, there are no great trails to get there. I'm pretty sure I took a higher path this last time, but I just found a good landmark that I'll know for the future on how to get back here. So I'm hoping I won't be too far off course. Well, it probably doesn't look like it on camera, but I'm about to go up this. And it's steep. Good way to get back in shape before the season starts, though. We luckily have somewhat of a path here. Good to know. a spot as any. Take a little snack break and get some water. I'm not totally out of shape, but I need to do this more often. It's just good for my soul. We've got a 14-month-old boy though, and he's a lot of work. And luckily, his mama, my wife, she does a great job with him, and she was actually the one that told me I should come do this. Get out here, and she was right. It's good for my soul. Now, I brought a couple things. One, I'll show you what I've been writing. It says, please don't take the camera, I'm poor. Pepperoni's like the easiest thing to make yourself. I love it. We use pork belly. It gets a little spendy, but we don't do it in all of it. Pork belly and elk makes really good pepperoni. That's good. The amount of ants in this world, I'll tell you. Well, the last thing I would have expected to find this high up. Not exactly a spot I would think would be a winter range for any deer, but I guess being on an open hillside, the snow's probably not terrible right here, I guess. But I'm gonna leave that where I found it. So, sure enough, another old one. But this one, a little better put together and heavy. Chewed up pretty bad though. But I do like keeping a shed in new areas. So I might hold on to this one. If I find a better one, then I'll go from there. Alright. I ended up backtracking a little bit. Made it up to the ridge. Pretty heavy timber up here. A lot of blowdown. Okay. I'm still on the ridge here. Made it quite a bit farther, and there's a nice tree here. And other than this one branch over here that I think I can break, it'll have a really nice view down this ridge as anything comes by. So probably use that. I am gonna walk like a couple hundred yards up here after I set that camera though. And if there's a better spot, then I'll pull the camera, because I gotta come back this way to go down to where I want to set that one for the cougar. So let's get started. I know, don't make fun of me. I know it's chewed up, but I think it's cool anytime I find a shed in a new spot. For this area, at least heavy. Looks like a decent set. Full battery. So, let's see if anything comes by here. I've dropped this camera more times than I would like to admit. Alright, now I'm going to walk out this ridge a little bit farther, see if there's any better spot to put a camera, and if not, I'm going to start heading down towards that spot where I want to set for the cougar. So, well guys, really glad I backtracked. I just spotted what looks like a nice 4x4 shed. I'm going to keep a good eye out because who knows, there might be more. Well, that's not as big as I thought. Binoculars always seem to make them look bigger. But it's another 4-point. It's not as badly chewed up. Pretty cool. Snack number 2. Tortilla, peanut butter, honey. Quick, easy. H2O. Well, looking for cougars, but figured there would be bears and bear skull. Smaller black bear. Pretty cool to find though. Just laying here like this. Moving fairly quick here. This right here behind me is this main trail through this meadow, and it's full of prints. Lots of track. So I've got this fallen limb behind me, and I also have some paracord. So I'm going to paracord up a stick somewhat low and just get it shooting there. Should work good. Had to make something out of nothing. Truly, I like to go obviously off trees that are there. But this is going to be looking straight down that trail and into that meadow. So the shots I will get should be pretty beautiful. Alright. I made it. Just over there is the rock bluff that the cat was on. And this seems like a pretty used little alley right here. So I am going to put the camera on this big tree facing over. So that was the last one. Gonna be checking out that log there. Trail goes here. I think my knees are old enough now that they appreciate uphill more than downhill in steep country. really don't like either. I will be trying to get back up here in just a couple weeks to see what's going on. Pretty gorgeous country. Lucky to be alive. My dad had a quote, and I can't remember it by heart, but part of that quote was always appreciate what you have. And man, I've been trying to live by those words since then, since he passed. Found that quote. Be thankful for what you have. I'm working on that because I have a lot to be thankful for. Good. That was a good day. 3 cameras, different elevations of the mountain. We'll see what's in there. Come back in a couple weeks and take a gander. You really thought I was gonna leave the camera? You guys. All right, back to 100. I had 6% when I got back. Had to use that wisely, and I will always bring a spare battery now. If I remember right, I have a little water left. I should have a warm LaCroix in here as like a treat. Oh, I have a boiling water. I left that water in the sun. Not a good idea. But I do have a LaCroix, so that's something. I have had this old Dodge since I was 20 years old. Gotta love a 12 valve. Ready? Yeah, it's good. Thanks for watching, guys. It was a fun day.